Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3. We are playing as France. It is the 11th of November, 1941. A couple of days passed. I accidentally pressed the spacebar. My bad. Sorry about all that nonsense. You are upgrading and you have finished upgrading, so we can move yet another one down. How do you actually... Can you see it from here? What's in the unit? No, you can't. Okay, well, we'll just go through. You're next. Move down here. Start upgrading the mechanized. And as far as I am aware, they keep their current level of experience. So by upgrading units this way, you don't actually lose any of the experience that you may or may not have gained in combat. You just give them better equipment, basically. The men on the front lines remain the same, but the equipment changes. We are back above 200 manpower, which makes me feel pretty darn comfortable. The first batch of infantry is starting to finish. It looks like we will complete it by February of next year, and same with the first round of upgrades here. Our air bases are coming along nicely. We have plenty of convoys and a decent amount of convoy escorts. Not too worried about all that. All this time being given to us to prepare is really nice, but it's also a little bit worrying. Germany gets stronger as time goes on. They have much more industrial capacity than we do. But the real danger is the Soviet Union. The longer the Soviet Union goes without being attacked, the stronger they get. And the more they're just gonna sort of steamroll Germany. Just sort of walk all over them. And with a strong France back here, the Soviet Union really is just gonna completely steamroll us. That sort of brings up the question of what in the flying heck are we going to do if the Soviet Union just completely walks over Germany? Are we going to be able to take the Soviet Union on? And easy answer to that is no, absolutely not. We only have 160 industrial capacity. There's nearly no way for us to be able to do something like that. For us to actually be able to take on this massive thing. Nearly unlimited resources, nearly unlimited manpower. We might be able to hold our own for a little bit, but without help from the Brits or the Americans, who I'm not actually certain will join. I mean, they're very strongly aligned towards the Allies, and maybe they will join, but will they send troops? I don't know. The Brits only just started sending troops. So, okay, we'll deploy these guys down here. This is the 15 Corps. We'll need to give them a leader. We have no real good leaders. Let's organize by traits, see if we can actually find one with defense. Defense looks like a shield. No, we can't. We're actually running out of leaders too. So let's just give it, yeah, sure, fort attack, why not? Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll create a new army, the Third Army. I'm actually going to rename you the Italian Army. Even though Italians do not make up the army, they are the Italian Front Army, so whatever. And you have the 1st Mountain Corps and the 15th Corps attached to you. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. And we now need more production even, which is a decent thing. I suppose we could really double down on these upgrades. Let's do that. Let's really double down on them. Mechanized, and we'll detach you so we don't accidentally send you into battle while you're completely without your infantry units. Yeah, that'll be good. Well, not good, but Norway still exists as a country. Would be nice if they just outright joined us, but I don't necessarily think we'll be able to get them to do that. We have even more production available now, so let's go through this 2nd Armored Corps again. Here's another motorized unit. We'll just pull you off the front and give you even better equipment. Now this will take, like, at full speed, it'll take until March of next year, so we're kind of hampering ourselves for a good 6 months. Which isn't exactly the best thing, but I mean, it's only one Armored Corps. Our Armored Corps is not going to be the make or break for us, I don't think. What's this? Oh, right, that's those guys. Right. Yep, I know that. I did that. I knew that. Is this even more production we have? Yeah. I guess let's just, let's go crazy here. Come down here. Detach you. Mechanized and mechanized. Alright. Yeah, you're gonna go slow. It was just a little bit of extra production that we had, but as our upgrades finish and as our reinforcement costs get even lower and lower because we're not being attacked up here anymore. Look at all the units they have stacked there. My goodness gracious. Damn. Crazy stuff. Oh, and we're still on air intercept and they haven't... Yeah, they're only really intercepting us when they have an active attack going on. We have even more production now? I guess we are finishing those infantry units. Alright, well, all of you should be... Yeah, you're the upgraded mechanized. I don't want to start on this one. I want to have at least one full mechanized corps. Oh, you still have the light tanks too, don't you? I suppose we could start building a new armored corps. What's our next move? Can we build... Let's see, these guys... Yeah, you're pretty strong, pretty good. Can we build another Special Forces unit? Yes. We can build 2 new Special Forces units. Is that going to be of any use to us at all? Probably not. I mean, they do have really good bonuses, but they're basically mountain troops. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be worth it for us. Well, ain't this a problem? I mean, it's a good problem to have, don't get me wrong. I really don't want to waste our manpower with garrison troops. Like, the thing about garrison troops is they use almost the same amount of manpower as regular infantry, but they suck. Like, they're really good at making it so that the enemy can't, say, you know, drop a paratrooper unit on Corsica and just instantly take it from you. But I guess I'm not too worried about them succeeding in any sort of naval invasion of us. But we do need to use up our industrial capacity. I'm not willing to just let it sit there. Our air bases are finishing up nicely. I guess that's a good thing to do. We'll build some more multi-role fighters. We're getting really good at building light aircraft. Eventually, we're going to have a bigger air force than Germany does, and I am a-okay with this. Not a problem at all. I'm constantly pausing it and unpausing it and trying to make sure that that everything is going okay. I'm a little bit twitchy because I'm waiting for that pop-up that says Germany's attacked the Low Countries, and then we need to really... Oh, actually, we should probably have our transport fleet up here so that we can actually respond to that when it actually does happen. Medium tanks doing pretty well. Let's start on our support units. Apparently we have some reinforcement costs. Probably an air battle taking place that I'm not quite aware of. They happen so darn quick, and the hours are just flying by at this point. There's a lot of troop movements going on, though. Where they headed? They headed south? Oh, we missed something. Okay, Hungary joined the war. Hungary joined the war. So we need to slow it down a little bit here. And start swinging this way. Okay, you're now being influenced by both sides. Okay. You drifted. Where are you, Yugoslavia, on this map? This is so inconvenient. There you are. Okay. So you are headed more towards the Axis than you are the Allies, but it's not that quickly. I don't think we need to worry too much about you flipping immediately. What's the diplomatic map mode look like? Okay, so Germany just called Hungary into the war. Did we get anything about... Yeah, okay. On the 6th. Well, it's taken us 4 days to respond. Good. Okay, well, I mean, we need to figure out a way to hold the line against the Germans. And Romania still hasn't pulled their troops off of the Soviet border. Well, the best option would be this river right now, and then push up slowly into these forests. Germany is basically redeploying their entire army, though. Like, look at all these troops. Look at all of them. My goodness. I mean, okay, they have a significant amount of troops up here, significant amount over here. I'm sure they're not leaving their border completely defenseless with the Soviets, but this is going to be tough. I think what we need to do is mountains. Let's see if we hold them along the mountains. How many Romanian? Okay, we need to give up Cluj, which is only 2 points, and they'd still have 2 down here and 4 over here, and that would be fine. That would be a-okay. Okay, so let's pull back to the mountains. Let's just do a big ol' strategic redeployment over here, I think. I think that's going to be the best bet. So we've got... big ol' strategic redeployment. We don't care about any territory other than the mountains. Gonna make the Germans pay for every single province that they take from us. We have armored divisions. They're not going to do very well in the mountains. Yeah, I think this is good here. And then I guess we use these 2 units to try to defend over here. That's going to be the weak point over here. But yeah, we hold this line and then this short little line over here. We'll let the Germans advance all the way down in here. Hopefully that kicks the Romanians into gear, lets them actually do something about this nonsense. And we'll see. We'll see if we can hold them here. It's not the end of the world if we do lose Romania, but it is a big help to have Bulgarian troops down here. Yeah. Because Bulgaria is going to send troops to help the Romanian front. And we're basically just retreating from the front line. Don't even want to deal with this nonsense. Now we might be going a little bit heavy on... like 2 in each province might be a little bit much, but I mean we also don't have reserves, and we need to be able to count on the Romanians to do something. I think we can still afford... Ooh, Soviet Union's mobilizing their troops. Well, at the very least that means that Germany will need to keep more men on their Soviet border. Yeah, really we just need to hold out here, keep Romania alive, until the Soviets decide that it's time to attack the Germans. That's going to be the biggest thing. If we can get Yugoslavia on our side, that'd be a coup for us. That'd be really good. So far, the Italians still aren't in the war, right? Yep. Yep. Germany, Slovakia, and Hungary, that's it. But yeah, the Romanians need to get their troops off of the Soviet border. They need to get over here and start delaying the Germans. And we need to somehow hold... We can't get pushed back to Ploesti or Bucharest. Over here, I believe this is Bucharest. Yeah, we just... Over here in America, we don't pronounce the I. It's just Bucharest to us. So, hey, whatever works, right? We do say Sofia, though. Although we don't spell it with the Y. It's just S-O-F-I-A. Huh. That's interesting, you know? It's just one of those little things. Okay, so who's out of reach over here? You have one unit all the way over here. Let's detach you. You have another unit over here? Yeah, you do. Okay. Alright, so now you... Oh, that's the second Brit Corps. You... Okay, well, you're gonna come over here, and you have a unit still up here, somehow? What? Expeditionary Army. Oh, I attached you to the wrong army. That makes sense. East Euro. There you go. Wonderful. Now you still don't have any troops, so we're just going to deploy you over here, and we're going to give you these 2 units. You're the 2nd Brit Corps, and you're the 2nd Brit Corps. Now everyone in the East Euro, once that corps gets over here, will all have decent support from our command structure. That'll be just fine. Whoa, holy reinforcement costs. Oh, we finished an infantry skill, didn't we? Why do you need fuel? Oh, it's probably the engineers. Yeah, I'm sure the engineers have trucks or heavy machinery or something. Hey, look, even more production needed and upgrades. Well, just when you thought you were catching up on something. Well, let's sink more into the support units, I suppose. Yeah, we're going to get pushed back here. The Bulgarians and the Romanians are going to put up a good fight, I think, and then hopefully our quote-unquote elite units down here. I mean, just looking at the numbers here, this is a Romanian infantry unit. You've got a 2-3 stat, and this is a French one. He's got a 4-5. The British ones only have 3-4, but that's mostly because they don't have any support units to speak of. So I do think that we'll be able to put up a good fight here, behind the mountains, in the woods, in the forest. This is going to be the weak point, but hopefully we can trust the Romanians to actually help out a little bit. And the Bulgarians will put up a decent fight as well. I mean, we had trouble against the Bulgarians, but just look at the sheer number of troops over here. My goodness. We may need to start preparing contingency plans, like how to get this army out. Well, we don't have enough transports to get them all out in one go, so it'll need to be a fighting retreat. I mean, no, we've committed over here. The longer the Germans spend over here, the less time they're spending in the Low Countries. Like, it's the same idea with Denmark. The longer they're spending wasting their manpower and resources up here in Denmark, the less time they have to come up this way. Like, I know it's a little bit heartless, but this is all just buying Paris time. This is all just buying France time. Because we don't have the most spectacular amount of manpower in the world. We can afford to absorb some losses, but really sustained massive fighting is not something that we're good at. The Romanians are actually putting up a good fight, it seems. They're facing completely overwhelming odds, and they haven't even brought all their troops to the fight, but that's okay. It looks like Bulgaria's basically emptied their country. Yeah, I mean, they have 2 infantry divisions down here defending. They've almost reached our southern front. I mean, at the very least, this gives a good place for the Romanians to retreat to. I like how I keep justifying what I'm doing, like it somehow is okay, because we're giving up half of Romania to the Germans because it's not very easily defensible. But I mean, you have to do, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's either that or lose Bucharest. I mean, I'm really not willing to give up these 2 victory points. Like, if we can't hold them here, we'll need to fall back to a shorter defensive line. That might be a good line. I mean, the plains isn't good, but we'll have the urban advantage. But if we give up the mountains, we're never pushing the Germans out, you know? If we ever give up the mountains to the Germans, we're never getting the mountains back from the Germans until the Soviets invade. And the Soviets have mobilized, so really we just need to hold out until the Soviet Union decides to get their act in gear, decides that Germany is weak enough and distracted enough to actually take them on. Now, we do have tactical bombers down here, but they are bombing us. So I think what we need more than tactical bombers, let's bring them home, is our multi-role fighters. Now this is going to sort of tax the air bases down here, but And they're going to get intercepted on their way, yeah, just like that. Lost like 15% of their strength already. 81! Look at that, almost 82 industrial capacity needed just to upgrade everybody. Well, let's do it. Alright, they have reached our front line on the south, putting up a good fight in the north. Hopefully we can stabilize things behind the mountains. Mountains give excellent, excellent bonuses to us. Well, I don't know if you'd call them bonuses to us, more like detriments to them, you know, it's... Let's see. Let's see. We'll see what we can do. They've got multi-role fighters over here, probably bombing the retreating forces. Hopefully the Romanians can retreat in good order. Hopefully they don't get surrounded up here in the north. I mean, they might get cut off in the north. Hopefully we can prevent that, but you never really know. And yeah, I think we'll let these units upgrade and reorganize before we actually throw them in. Yeah, I'm thinking that they're just gonna get run over. Like, on the other hand, these are mostly infantry. We're not seeing a significant amount of tanks over here. They probably have deployed all of their tanks along this border. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And they probably know that this terrain isn't the best. I mean, there are some plains around here, but tanks wouldn't do very well in this sort of terrain. So yeah, the Romanian and Bulgarian troops should be able to retreat in good order away from it. It is kind of heartening that they haven't just completely thrown their troops in here yet. Let's see. We could move up into this province. That would be an okay move. Let's move... Yeah, let's move our infantry up into this province. Shorten the front by 1. Make it so that they can only attack this province from 2 other provinces. That would be a good move. And it's still hills. I don't want to defend in the plains. That's suicidal. And giving up these 2 mountain provinces to the Germans is unfortunate, but I don't see what can be done about it if we want a cohesive line. I probably should have had this box open the entire time. I just get annoyed with it down here because it tells me a whole sort of things that I already know. And I really don't need to know what time all these things happened after the fact. I know it's relatively important information, but yeah, all of this is really putting a kink in our upgrades and our, well, actually, no, that's a decent amount of industrial capacity to spend on that. I'm gonna bump down the airbase. There's more efficiency. Yeah, our air bases really aren't that important right now. What we do need, I think, is... agriculture's nice. Negative attrition's nice. Let's do the combat medicine. Ooh, no. Radar. Alright. Never going to complain about radar. Radar is fantastic. It is also February, so they did this attack in the spring. They were intelligent about it. There are still some frozen areas, and that's mostly the mountains where we are, so they're going to take some pretty nasty penalties when they're attacking into the frozen mountains, but more for the 15th Corps. Less upgrade requirements is wonderful. That does mean that we are going to take a very long time moving out of the mountains, though. Which is fine. I mean, it also means they'll take a long time moving into them. But yeah, so far an orderly retreat by the Romanians and Bulgarians. It'd be really nice if they actually pulled all the troops off of the Soviet line. Like they have 9 infantry brigades down here that could actually be doing something. I truly doubt the Soviet Union's going to attack Romania at this point, especially considering Romania already gave up all of the Soviet corps. But yeah, it is nice that they haven't just completely thrown themselves against our front line yet. We are very, very outnumbered. Like, extremely so. They'd probably be able to push us back. Yeah, they're going to be able to push us back. Almost no question about it. Yeah. But hey, it's going to be fun. Come on. Get out of there. Yeah, Romanians don't seem to be able to hold their own. Which, I mean, is to be expected. How are our airplanes doing? You're almost full. 12 bombings, 3 bombings. Let's do some air superiority flights. That's a little bit big of a region, don't you think? That's a bit better. So as they advance, we'll put up more and more of a fight against them. Hopefully they'll do well. What's this? Ah, what? A 2-stack? Really? Okay. I'm just gonna attach you to the Paris HQ and put you down here in Marseille. You're just gonna sit in Marseille and chill. You, on the other hand, would be really, really nice in the 2nd Brit Corps. But how am I gonna get you over there? Well, I mean, we might as well use the transports while we have them. And we don't need an immediate use for them. Okay. Let's attach you. Bring over the 2nd Royal Marines. There we go. We have troops here, right? Yeah, we do. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. Another infantry division. Does that finish off the 15th Corps? No, we have one more yet to be deployed. An additional 50,000 French troops on the Italian front will be a welcome sight. Let's put the Corps command... I mean, right here is fine. And then we'll move 1 unit into each province, I suppose. Just as a nice, easy way to keep track of things. And then we'll put, what do you think, a 2nd unit down here in Nice, just like we did with the other one? It might be worthwhile. Or we'll use them as a reserve division. But that... Oh, we have one more. Okay. March. Yeah. And these ones will slowly finish. That'll be just fine. Yeah. Mostly worried about upgrades at this point. Making sure our existing units are fighting at full capacity. I'm sort of worried that the Romanians won't... Oh, there they go. They got off their butts. They're bringing the reserve forces up. Bulgaria's completely emptied their country of all troops to fight on this front line. Good for them. Good for them. Whoa, Hungary has claims all the way down here. Oh. Well, I guess that makes a certain amount of sense. At one point, Hungary did control most of the interior of these mountains, right? Basically all the way up into here. I mean, that was a very long time ago. Don't get me wrong. Okay, where are our airplanes and how are they doing? They're still at 100%. I'm wondering if they're actually being engaged. Huh. Did they, like, see our planes and then run away? They just not want to attack us? That doesn't make any sense. They probably have way more planes down here on this front than we do. Better medium tanks is nice. Infantry are doing just fine. Yeah, let's throw them into the support brigades. Less upgrade requirements. Alright, we did get into this province before the Germans were able to, so that's a good thing. Shorten the line just a little bit. This means we do actually have 2 reserve divisions, which is nice. Another Marine. I actually think I need you over here, shoring up that point more. And do I want these units over here, or do I want them over here? I think I want them over here. I think this is a more immediate need at this point. Well, they have pushed the Romanians to the mountains, and it is looking like the Romanians can't hold the mountains by themselves. So yeah, this is going to be the tough point over here. But the Germans have so far completely refrained from attacking us. Up. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Well, we're doing okay, I have to say. I mean, are they going to throw more troops into this? Or are they just going to throw their troops away? We're fighting at 227% efficiency. They are fighting at 28% efficiency. Oh, I like those numbers. Hopefully we'll be able to put up a darn good fight down here. Because we basically absolutely 100% need to hold this line. Like, there's no question about it. If we can't hold this line, we're going to need to fall back to Bulgaria. And while they do have some mountains and a river down here, it's a pretty long line even. We might be able to hold out down there, but that would mean losing Romania and all of the Romanian troops. Really, this is our best bet. What are you? There's our infantry division. Okay, yeah, let's deploy you to Nice. And stick it to the 15th Corps. Alright, so the Italian army has 111,000 troops. These units, you have finished upgrading, which is an excellent thing to hear. Deploy you back up to the 1st Armored. You'll take time, lots of time, some time, and a decent amount of time. Alright. Well, this game just got even more interesting. Yeah, they're just gonna throw their troops away. Throw their organization out the window. I mean, I understand probing attacks. I understand they're necessary. Hopefully we can use this. Yeah, I mean, this will be just fine. I'm okay with holding the line here. At least putting up a stiff resistance here before we inevitably fall back and do our best to get as many troops out of here as possible. Luckily, we'll have the Romanian army to hide behind if we do need to pull a full retreat. But yeah, look at that. Look at that nonsense. What are you doing, Germany? And over here, that's just... I mean, it's not as bad as that straight fight that they've been continuing to do over and over and over again, but boy, is it not a good use of their resources. Alright, well, like I said, this game just got darn interesting. Fully fledged battle on the Hungarian-Romanian border. And in the meantime, the Forney War continues for yet another year. It is March of 1942. Thank you much for joining me, everyone, and I'll see you all next time.